Welcome everyone. This is Sheila with BlueWater Oracle, and it is Friday, January 20th, 2017. It's a day with a lot of energy where I am in North America. I live in Canada, and there's a lot of places around the world that are focused on North America today. There's a lot of energy. Some people are feeling great joy and hope. Some people are feeling concern and worry, fear and anger and hope. So I've spent today doing a few different things, and one of the decks I use, the Native Spirit Oracle cards, have been calling to me all day. I resisted a little bit doing a reading. I'm not sure why. Perhaps the energies feel quite strong. And this is a deck that always seems to look through things in multiple different ways. So I thought I would do an audio reading for today in the hopes that my voice and the words that come through with these cards today are helpful for you in your personal life and perhaps helpful for all of us in general in the world. And everything is one step at a time, right? So sometimes we don't know the whole picture, but we can take steps in our own life and be aware of our own feelings and vibrations. So I have worked today to have some fun, to do some things I enjoy, and to try to feel positive. And doing cards, of course, for me is a part of that. So I am happy and blessed that you can join me, and let's do some cards. So take a deep breath. Background music today by Adrian von Ziegler, Odroiden. It's a relaxing Nordic. Seemed appropriate somehow. So strong Nordic music as we look at the cards. Take a deep breath. Bring yourself into your space. Feel the body that you're within. Breathe into your lungs completely and fully. Notice the different parts of your body. Which parts are asking for you to adjust your position? Which parts are asking for you to send energy to? Take this time, take this opportunity. It's an invitation for you, and what you do with it is your choice as always. Breathing deeply as I shuffle the cards from one hand to the next as I do. Moving them, asking to connect, asking for guidance for all of us today in whatever avenue is most important for us. You may receive information as I talk about the cards, and that of course is for you and is a gift, a blessing, message, sign. And then what I say and what I get will add to that. First card is chosen, a card that makes me pay attention, that makes me want to stop shuffling, or feels almost as if I'm forced to stop shuffling. We're going to go for a second card. So again, breathing deeply. Releasing some of the tension that gets held in the shoulders. Releasing some of the tension that can get held in the chest, in the forehead, between the eyes, in the jaw. Taking this opportunity as we shuffle and ask for the second card for guidance and awareness today. And there we are. Two beautiful cards. So, the first card, let's flip it over. Ancient Forest. You'll see in the picture, but if you're just listening in the background, this is a picture that has a lot of green and yellow. It is light shining down through trees onto moss. So the idea of the ancient forest, it is not just a forest that is new, that is springing up. That moss, that ground has been working on its balance for a very long time. One of the trees in this image is large. It is double or triple the other trees in its trunk in this area. It is off to the side a little bit, and the way the light is coming down, it's looking as if the light is hitting these younger trees and coming down into the ground from through the leaves, through the moss, touching the trunks that have already fallen. Ancient forest. There is a wisdom within us that sometimes we tend to forget. We tend to look at all things new and vibrant and shiny. And sometimes we forget that there is ancient wisdom that runs through our cells. It runs through the energy that allows our body to work. It runs through the energy that passes from us to every other living being on this planet and possibly beyond. When you connect with that ancient wisdom, it is an opportunity to see a much broader picture than perhaps we would see when we quickly look at things or when we quickly want to make decisions. So this is an access to older, wiser knowledge. The music I'm playing is on my laptop, and I would invite you, if you're interested to see the comparison, to go and look at this link for the image that is set up on the YouTube for this music. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because as I look up from the card up to the screen of my laptop, which I've got on full screen for this picture is of a coniferous forest, so an evergreen forest type of trees that have huge, tall trunks. And it's a winter scene. All the growth on the ground is covered in frost, strong, big frost. And as I look at the two pictures, I'm brought into an idea that, yes, where I live it's winter, but that there is also an idea that this moment for some people is feeling very much like winter. This phase, that there is a lot going on, and yet it also seems very still and very quiet. So the ancient wisdom of the forest is reminding us that there are phases, and that this energy, this old knowledge, is sometimes working behind the scenes even when we are not directly aware. But the more that we open up to the ideas that there is this knowing within us, within others that we meet, and within the general balance, the more you'll feel connected, and we will all feel connected within ourselves. So, looking at ancient forest, we're being brought into that analogy. I think I'll come back to that. I'm going to go to the next card. It feels like it wants to come up. And the next card is the Song of the Wild. So before I pulled these cards for you today, for this audio, I pulled a card from this deck for myself, asking for some sort of reassurance. Do I want to do a reading today for everybody? Will there be a benefit? It was exactly the same card, the Song of the Wild. And I was shuffling all the time that we were talking. I was shuffling, so it really wanted to come up. And what is glorious in this card is, again, the unique use of the light. Here we have trees that are on a hillside with a hill beyond. The sky has some clouds, some blue sky. There is a vibrant rainbow heading off beyond the tops of one of the trees into the clouds. And the sun is shining out, or at least it looks like it would be the sun. It is shining out from exactly the point that the rainbow hits the distance and the cloud. But the way the sun is shining, or the way the light is coming out, it feels beyond sunlight. And what I would like to bring to you in that is that sometimes what seems one way to us initially can actually have other meanings, other layers, other energies. So when we look at the sun, most average humans look at it as what gives us daylight, what gives us heat, and that's about it. The more people understand, the broader their perspective, the more they understand about how the planets are able to move, the interaction between the planets within our solar system, how that sun influences so many things, allows us to grow, allows us to stay warm, and yet we need the balance so that it is not too warm, it is not too bright all the time. We require that balance. So part of this feels as though it's looking at layers of knowledge, layers of understanding, opening again our perspectives so that we see beyond just the obvious. The other part feels as though it's very much in the line with the hope, the rainbow moving into the trees, moving above them, bringing the light in again, similar to the first card. There feels that real strong sense of hope. And for a lot of people, when it's rainy, if it feels a little bit gloomy, a little bit down, even though the rain can be glorious and is so important for nature, when the clouds make way and the sun peeks through and that rainbow comes, so many people find that that's a sign of hope, of joy, of peace. And here we are again today. The song of the wild and ancient forest, going into what is deep within us, the knowing, the balance that we call for. What is the song of the wild? There are many different songs, but one of them definitely is balance. It is striking that balance so that many will survive, not all, so that many will feel joy, but maybe not at all moments. There is a balance there. We as humans can come in with a different perspective, and we do. And yet we're also called to remember that our balance within ourselves and our balance within our natural world, the wild, the wilderness world, is very important. And in that wild world, when something is out of balance, the rest of the wilderness, the rest of the natural world comes in, consciously or unconsciously, to work on that balance. So today, a day of strong energies, of strong potential. I feel we're being asked with these cards to remember what is deep within us, that knowing, and also to be a part of that wild natural balance. And to bring it up to a higher level, a higher methodology, because of our connection as humans with the old knowledge. We have literature, we have old books and tales and stories. We need to bring this forward so as we move forward in this next phase, we can be looking at where do we need to strike a balance. Where do we need to find that balance within our individual self, and to then spread out from us to enhance the lives of others. The other thing is I think about the wild, and I was talking about balance, that some will survive, some won't, some will be in joy, some won't. There's a reminder that there is something joyous, there is something amazing and wonderful in each and every moment, no matter how challenging that moment may appear on the surface. So remember the trees, the light coming in, the winter, the mosses, that old information and that illusion of winter, that nothing is happening, but things are still going on. So to balance with that wild, it is remembering to look for that joy, that goodness, that wonder, that amazement in each moment, to really let that come into you and remind yourself and help others to see it. Even if it's just for a few seconds, that you acknowledge, you open up to say, yes, I see that, thank you for that. I feel that, thank you for that. And then you continue on with whatever you're doing. There is value there, value for balance and value for honoring old knowledge and old wisdom. I wish you well on this day. I hope that you have a glorious, beautiful weekend, or whenever you listen to this, that your next days are strong and vibrant and full of blessings. This is Sheila Bicknell, BlueWater Oracle, using the Native Spirit Oracle cards by Denise Lynn, available through Hay House, listening to Otroiden, the relaxing Nordic Viking music from Adrian von Ziegler, available on YouTube. Please follow me on my YouTube channel, BlueWater Oracle, as well as on Facebook. I would love to have you join me on my Facebook page, BlueWater Oracle, as well. And I would love to add you to my mailing list, so please get in touch, send me your email. If you're looking for a personal, individual reading, it would be my pleasure and honor to work with you, getting one-on-one information, bringing lightness, bringing clarity, information that you, your highest self, your soul already knows, but we need to bring it here into this time and this energy for your next steps forward and for a better understanding of what's going on. Skype for international clients, telephone is available. Audio recording like this one is also a version of a reading I can do, and then of course in person for local people in my area. All the best to you. Light blessings. Have a great day.